Picture this for a second. You wake up to birds chirping outside your window. Sunlight spills across your face, and you catch the scent of fresh coffee in the air. It's just another normal morning, right? You hear kids laughing as they rush off to school, see people honking in traffic, friends sharing a joke on the sidewalk. But what if, in the blink of an eye, everything changed? The world you know, gone. Chaos everywhere. This is how the last day on Earth begins. Imagine this, somewhere far away, tucked inside secret labs and quiet observatories, a handful of scientists are the first to know what's coming. They stare at their screens, barely believing what they see. The data is clear. Something huge, something no one can stop, is hurtling straight for us. But before anyone else knows, nature picks up on it. Birds start flying in wild, frantic patterns. Dogs begin to howl at the darkness. It's like the planet itself is trying to warn us. But most of us just keep going, completely unaware of what's about to happen. You know, the last day on Earth doesn't feel like the end. At least, not at first. The hours just slip away. Kids are still out there, laughing in playgrounds, even with the world falling apart around them. Somewhere, two people are holding hands, sharing secrets they'll never have to explain to anyone else. It's almost beautiful in a strange way. In offices, people are still typing out emails, grumbling about deadlines, pretending like next week is still a thing. Some just stare out the window, watching the city burn, wondering if they'll ever get that weekend they've been dreaming about. We all act like tomorrow is a sure thing, but today is all we have. And then, it happens. The sky starts to change. At first, it's just a flicker, a strange glow in the atmosphere. People look up, puzzled, pulling out their phones to capture it. But soon, confusion turns into fear. The light grows brighter, the ground starts to shake. And suddenly everyone realizes something is terribly wrong. Imagine waking up to a normal day. Blue skies, people rushing to work, no idea that everything is about to change. Suddenly, the ground shakes so hard it feels like the world itself is angry. Glass explodes from windows, oceans rise up and swallow everything in their path, and the earth groans beneath your feet. The lights go out. The city is swallowed by darkness, and panic spreads like wildfire. In that moment, everyone realizes this isn't just another disaster. This is something no one's ever seen before. This is how the world ends. So, if the world really did end today, how would you react? Would you run, desperate to find a way out, even when there's nowhere left to go? Maybe you'd join the crowds, racing through the chaos, hoping for a miracle. Or maybe you just drop to your knees, whispering a prayer, hoping anyone is listening. And then there are those who just stand there. They don't run. They don't pray. They just watch the world burn, tears in their eyes, as if they're seeing the last sunset they'll ever know. Imagine waking up and seeing your city swallowed by chaos. Everywhere you look, it's the same story: panic, fire, and fear. In New York, waves crash over skyscrapers. In Tokyo, towers crumble and flames light up the sky. London's streets turn into rivers, empty and echoing with the sound of nothing but fear. Suddenly, it doesn't matter where you're from or how much you have. All the old lines, borders, money, power, they just disappear. For the first time ever, we're all in this together. Just people, facing the end side by side. One world, one fate, and all we can do is wait for what comes next. You know, when the end finally comes, time just slips away. Hours feel like minutes, and suddenly the sky is this deep, angry red. Imagine holding on to someone you love, everything around you falling apart, fire and smoke everywhere. Ash chokes the air. The oceans start to boil, and the ground cracks open, like the planet itself is screaming. Every second just gets heavier, like the world is pressing down on you. But right in the middle of all that chaos, something you'd never expect happens. Imagine this. One day, everything just stops. People aren't running anymore. The screams fade away. In those last moments, We all have to decide what really matters. And you know what? It's not fear that wins, it's love. Parents hold their kids close. Lovers wrap each other up, not wanting to let go. Friends just sit together, hands clasped tight, watching the sky fall apart. Even as everything ends, we reach for each other. That's our last choice. Connection. Always. Imagine this. One final moment and then everything just stops. The world we knew, full of voices, laughter, and hope, suddenly silent. Gone. But even if everything's destroyed, the story of Earth doesn't just disappear. It floats out there, scattered in stardust, waiting for someone, somewhere, to remember what once was. And maybe, just maybe, it's all waiting for a new beginning. Imagine this. Today is the very last day on Earth. Everything you know, everyone you love, it all comes down to these final hours. What would you do? How would you spend it? Would you let fear take over? Or would you choose love, even as the world ends?